Morning, folkers. Snap turtle in a van on my way to work. Yeah, they switched out vehicles with your boy. Gave me something a little bigger. And I got some news. I got as of Monday, I was promoted to general foreman. So, I'm excited about it. I like the company. You know what I'm saying? They take care of their people, and I don't mind putting in a little extra work for them. Besides, I'm getting paid rather well for it, but that's beside the point. This video, I'm going to give a message to Brian from High Impact Flix, and I don't know if y'all know who he is, but I don't really put people's names in the titles or whatever unless I want them to see the message. You know what I'm saying? But I'm small, so I'm a small fry. So the odds of him actually seeing this video are small, but it is what it is. As you guys know, and as I made you guys aware, there is an agenda to push this, white male terrorist narrative, okay? They're trying to make white men the face of terrorism for the express reason, like I said before, to strip, firearms from people without a fight. And, I acknowledge that. I'm well aware of it. And I think it's a horrible thing. I think it's bullshit. I think it's very conniving and, evil. But at the same time, it's not black people's fault that this is happening. And Brian from High Impact Flix has had a habit lately of pointing the finger at black folks whenever there's, whenever they put white people out in front as such dangerous people. So in the latest video I've seen from him, because I like his content. I think he has great content. He has great videos. He puts a lot of work into it. You know what I'm saying? He puts a lot of work, energy, and research into his videos. And of course, he had to cover the debates that just happened. All right? Cover the debates. And you had Elizabeth Warren up there on stage talking about white supremacy this, white supremacy that, economic white supremacy, and all this other shit, right? Pandering to black people. Just pandering like a big dog. And I don't really like that. You know what I'm saying? For one, I don't think white people are supreme. Let me get that out the way right now. I don't think white people are supreme. I don't really like using the word white supremacy. You probably haven't heard me say that a lot because I just don't believe in it. I don't believe in white supremacy. I don't like, now, is there a such thing as white oppression or white oppressiveness or white tyranny? Perhaps. Yeah. Look who runs shit. You know what I'm saying? But see, the thing is, they're not only oppressing people of color, they're oppressing their own people as well, as long as they're not, on board with the agenda or part of the cabal. And I acknowledge that. Because the people that are in control only care about being in control, right? But white people are not as under the thumb as black people are, and that's just a fact. There's an expressed effort to keep black people down, and that's just the facts. But the issue I have with Brian is, in this latest video, he's talking about Elizabeth Warren's white supremacy shtick, right? But then he goes on to say, what about black supremacy? And I'm like, what? What was it? What about black supremacy? Are we kidding ourselves here? Now, I hope he was joking. I hope he was just being sarcastic. I hope he's well aware there's no such goddamn thing as black supremacy. I hope. I mean, he comes off as an intelligent dude, but he might be in his feelings a little bit. He might be in his feelings about the white men being, attacked and painted as terrorists. Now, I will say this. There are white terrorists. You understand what I'm saying? The KKK are white terrorists. There is, a lot of white police officers that terrorize people. You know what I'm saying? Just like there's black people that, can terrorize people, mostly themselves, mostly each other. And I don't understand this idea of black supremacy. Is that something that he's going to push? I don't know. But black supremacy does not exist. We damn sure ain't supreme over any other race, especially right now. I mean, look at us. Look at us. And the fact that he would say that just shows how petty he is. It's petty, some petty shit to say. Oh, what about black supremacy? How come every time we hear some shit about white supremacy or white domestic terrorists, why you always got to point the finger at black people and say, what about the black man? What about the black man? Oh, look, what about him? Like, grow up, dude. Grow up. Oh, what about black on black this and black in crime and black supremacy? Like, what the hell are you talking about? First, number one, you're aiming your ire at the wrong group of people. We don't control nothing. We're not in control, or we're not the ones pointing the finger at black people per se, calling them black supremacists, or calling you guys white domestic terrorists. That's not us doing that. You know who's doing that mostly? Other white folks. Ilhan Omar said that the white man is the most dangerous man in the country. You know what I'm saying? She probably one of the exceptions, and I feel like any talk of black white people being oppressive and white supremacy from black people are pointing out facts from occurrences that in history, facts from shit that goes on right now. You know what I'm saying? We just point out facts. Now, if the media and certain politicians want to paint this picture that, oh, all white men are dangerous, don't let them have guns, oh, we need more gun control so that there are less white people that are able to kill a bunch of people, or we need to lessen the danger from white men by implementing more gun control. That black people ain't doing that. Black people aren't taking that narrative and running with it to push an agenda. The media is. The left is. Democrats are. If you want to do that, if you want to talk about who's more dangerous, let's talk about that. Let's talk about how dangerous the media is. Let's talk about how dangerous these politicians are that want to strip you of your rights to defend yourself. Keep black people's name out your mouth, because we're not the motherfuckers doing that. We're not. We're not saying, oh, look at that dangerous white man with the AR-15. No. Who controls the media? You talk about it all the time, right? Who talks about who controls the politicians? Who controls the purse strings in this country? Definitely ain't black people. Now, I did an entire 1 hour presentation on my channel, a live presentation, outlining how the numbers that they give about how black people commit a certain amount of crime is bullshit. So if y'all want to go check, if y'all haven't seen that video yet, it's the video before this one. A 1 hour presentation showing evidence, showing receipts about how we can't trust the statistics given by the government about how much crime black people commit. Oh, come on, bikers. You know, so stop pointing your finger at black people, Brian from High Impact Flix, and others. You're pointing the finger at the wrong people. You're not gonna get anywhere like that. And you're always talking about race baiting and the divisive bullshit. And I feel like the shit you pulling about black people, man, very divisive, and dangerous. Now it's seeming to me like you're trying to make black people the enemy. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because I can guarantee you, for the most part, black people, we're not the enemy of white folks. The least dangerous group of people to white people are black people. Period. We pose more of a danger, like I keep saying, to ourselves than any other racial group. Know what I'm saying? So, next time there's an incident, like a mass shooting, like what happened here in California, Gilroy, California, and I'm going to talk about that. At some point. Next time there's some type of event like that, and they take that opportunity to talk about how white people are doing this and white people are doing that. It doesn't make sense to bring up black people in that regard, because we're not the ones saying it. We're not the newscasters. We're not these news anchors talking about that shit. I mean, some black people are saying it, some are talking about it, but yeah, just I don't understand. What's the reasoning behind it? I don't see any. Like I said, if I'm wrong, let me know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is there any real reasoning behind pointing the finger at black people every time white men are brought up? No. Anyway, it is what it is, and I'll get at y'all later. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you on the other side. Peace.